.894 save percentage. Following season, 57 and a .913, 56, .900, and then this season he's got a .874. Where I'm getting at with all of this is Jordan Binnington is at his best when it's he along with another goaltender, when there's a tandem that works together, and Joel Hofer and Jordan Binnington are that. You're going to have cold spells for one goaltender. You're going to have hot streaks from another. This is not me saying that Binnington should be in the net every single night. No, I think Joel Hofer should probably get a majority of the games for how he's been playing. But this is the whole point of it. You've got two goalies that can win when they're playing at their best, and this is what winning teams have in the NHL, a 1A and a 1B. And I still believe Jordan Binnington is that 1A, and he proved it tonight. He made the big saves when you needed him to. He made the winning saves when you needed him to late in the hockey game, just like Joel Hofer has done. This is how you start to pick up points and go on a win streak. You have two goaltenders that are playing really well. Third takeaway for me tonight, and then we'll hear from Jim Montgomery on the other side. As we'll get Jim Montgomery's breakdown on this one. But third takeaway is the penalty kill. I mentioned this early in the pregame show, but the Blues, who go 2 for 2 tonight, which, by the way, up against the best or the fourth best penalty kill in the National Hockey League, they have given up 2 power play goals in their last 6 hockey games. And in those 6 hockey games, they have gone 5 for 5, 6 for 7, 13 for 14, and then tonight they have gone 15 for 16. So the Blues penalty kill at the beginning of November was ranked 10th in the National Hockey League. Dipped a little bit because in the middle of November they had their struggles, but right now penalty kill's looking great. I mean, you gave up 2 high-danger scoring chances to the 4th best power play in the National Hockey League. You didn't give up a power play goal. And honestly, if you look at the heat map in terms of the power play chances for Montreal, not a lot. They had 1 shot in the slot. Other than that, 1 on the side of the net, 1 at the top of the faceoff dot. So the Blues doing a really good job of tightening things up in the middle of the ice, condensing it so that the power plays can't have success. And look, if your power play struggles, which tonight they got a power play goal, which was nice to see, if your power play struggles, then you want your penalty kill to be more elite. I think Joey has mentioned this in the past. If I have to pick one to be really good, power play or penalty kill, I'd want my penalty kill to be elite. And I'm not saying they're elite, but to be close to top 10 with where they started this season in terms of giving up a power play goal, it felt like almost every single game. In their first 10 hockey games, they had 2 games where they did not give up a power play goal. Nice position to be in if you're the St. Louis Blues. So those are my takeaways. As always, we want your takeaways, 314-399-9646. You can also send them over to us on the YouTube channel at 101 ESPN STL, and you could text them to me, 314-399-9646. And I believe we're up on YouTube, so you can head back over there now and join in on the conversation. But now let's hear from the head coach, Jim Montgomery, after his team's 4-3 winner in Montreal.
It's time to hear from the head coach, Jim Montgomery, presented by Fisher Window and Door Store, offering quality American-made Marvin windows and doors. Visit their showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, Illinois.
How much do you guys need a 4-goal output like that?
Well, it was nice to see guys making plays. You could tell in the first period that we were more creative. We were snapping the puck around, one touching it. I didn't think we were very physical in the first, but then I thought our intensity improved in the last 2 periods, and the offense kept up.
What kind of sparked that in the start of the second period?
Oh, I think Shen and Holloway sparked it, you know. It was a great defensive play there by, I forget who it was that made a great defensive play, but we broke it up and we go for it. And then 55 makes a great pass, right, to Shen, and then Shen makes a great play to Holloway, but gave us some momentum. And then we got to the goal line on the next shift, and Thomas made a great pass to Bucci.
Yeah, and what makes Shen and Holloway, why does that work?
Well, it's nice to see it work, you know. It's awesome because last year it was so important to our team, and them two, along with Kyrou, were dominant in the league, you know, so it's nice to see it starting to come.
And Buchnevich, how do you feel about the way his offensive game is trending right now?
Good. You can see him starting to make the quick plays that we're used to him making very creative plays, whether he's passing or scoring.
In the third period, speak to how you guys were connected tonight. Everything seemed to work for you guys.
Yeah, I thought we were connected, like on our breakouts and through our neutral zone, especially with the puck. Defensively, we had some mishaps, but Canadians are a good team. They're going to make you pay.
Third periods the last 2 nights. What stood out to you about the way you guys have locked down leads?
Well, it's desperation we're playing, the intensity and how guys are talking to each other and helping each other out on the ice.
I know a win is a win, but when you have wins like that, tight, back-to-back on the road, can that spur you guys now?
Yeah, especially we're short a lot of bodies, right? We got 4 regulars out, and so it's nice, when everybody's digging in. We got guys up from Springfield playing really well for us, so it's a good feeling in the locker room right now.
Can you describe the emotions on the bench in the last 5 seconds of the game when Binnington threw the puck, it looked like a done deal, and came back in front?
It's a real smart hockey play by Binnington, because usually the game ends when you do that. Now, we got to make sure that everybody's on the same page and that we have better sticks and don't let that pass come through. So Binnington doesn't have to make a great save like he did.
Sutcliffe's okay?
Yes, he's fine.
Would you make it just Binnington's performance and what has been a more difficult season? Right?
Well, I don't think it's... if you're looking at statistics, you would, but Binnington is such a winner. It doesn't matter the stage, he always has the ability to bounce back because of his mental toughness, his belief in himself, and he was outstanding tonight.
There you go. That's Jim Montgomery on his goaltender, Jordan Binnington. And he touched on one other thing, too. Maybe we'll get a little deeper into this in the final look. But that's now 4 wins in their last 6 outings. And in those wins, all of them have been 1-goal games. 4-3 versus Ottawa, 1-0 versus Utah. Last night, 2-1 against Ottawa, and then tonight, 4-3 versus Montreal. And that's going off of the stretch that they went on where it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games that they lost 4 of the 5 in 1-goal hockey games. Now, a lot of those are because it went into overtime, and the Blues, for some weird reason, have had their struggles in overtime this season. But it's an area that can benefit a team when you get better at 1-goal hockey games. And at least for right now, the Blues are finding ways to close games down in 1-goal games, or holding on or extending the lead, rather than earlier this season they'd be up by 2 and you felt like they were going to let the opposition tie the hockey game up and essentially lose in overtime. So that's Jim Montgomery. Let's take a break, and when we return, we'll come back with our soundbite of the night, and we'll come back with our final look after a 4-3 victory. The Blues take down the Canadiens after their 3-game road trip, go 2-1. We'll come back and wrap up our post-game show next. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
back to the First Community Credit Union Blues postgame show.
Presented by Scott Lee Heating Company and Urban Chestnut Brewing Company on 101 ESPN.
The soundbite of the night is presented by Rocket Convenience Stores. Fuel your car and your daily cravings at Rocket Convenience Stores.
60 seconds gone in the Montreal power play. Backdoor, there it is. Binnington, left hand save. Matheson off the inboards, angles it right in front, and they pump it wide. Binnington trying to get back. He managed to. They scoop it, shoot it. Texier fanned on it. Slavkovsky shoots it. Binnington the save. And Suter's going to pick the puck up.
Yeah, that was a good save because Suzuki was trying to take the eyes away of Binnington. He had to fight through a lot of traffic to make that save there.
Jordan Binnington just big for the Blues tonight. You know, at the end of that hockey game, I thought was probably the more pivotal moments for him. First period, definitely, because, you know, Montreal was swarming the Blues. And I know they got 2 goals, but like Jim Montgomery mentioned, you know, a couple of breakdowns, that's what's going to happen. Montreal is going to do that to you because they've got some elite players, including Lane Hudson, Cole Caulfield, and Nick Suzuki, all who burned the Blues in the first period. But then in the second period on, you know, the Blues didn't give a lot to Montreal, but this goes into the confidence that we speak of with the goaltenders. It's the audio we played of Jim Montgomery earlier in pregame when he talked about, you know, when you have a goaltender playing as well as these guys have, it gives your team confidence to try and make plays because they know if a mistake happens, their goalie will cover them. And that's what happened tonight. Now, the Blues didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, but, you know, look at some of these plays that they attempted. You know, in the neutral zone, they're aggressive. Parayko makes the outlet pass, and they get the 2-on-1. The fourth goal that was scored by Braden Shen, that's Matthew Joseph being aggressive on a puck in the neutral zone, and he pushes it past 2 Montreal players. Holloway uses speed, gets in on the 2-on-1. Boom, they score to pad the lead. A lot of that comes from how well Jordan Binnington played. And then at the end of the hockey game, I thought was even bigger. When the goalies pulled, he made 3 big saves there, final moments. And then probably the most meaningful one was the shot from Montreal. And he could have gloved it and got the whistle. There was about 7 seconds left. But if he gloves it and gets the whistle, then there's going to be a face-off. And how many times have we seen the Blues get beat off of a face-off? So what does he do? He throws it to the corner to try and kill the rest of the clock and has his players go in there for the puck battle. Now, almost bit him because the puck came right back onto him and they nearly scored, but I thought it was a smart play. Jim Montgomery said it as well. Dangerous one, but a smart play to try and kill off the rest of the hockey game to hold on to that win. And the Blues do. It's a 3-2 final score, 4-3 final score as the Blues go 2-1 on their 3-game road trip as they come back home 1 game below 500. Before we close it down here on our 4th period, let's take the final look.
It's time to take a look back at tonight's game with the final look.
Driven by Pure Performance. Only stop for all your aftermarket vehicle needs.
The Blues needed these. You know, I said yesterday after the Ottawa Senators won, you see how the Blues respond because the way that they ended that game, you felt like they were in that mindset of going into battle with each other. And tonight felt like it was just as gritty of a win. I mean, you're without Kyrou, who I know somebody mentioned on there, you know, what's the update on Kyrou? Jim Montgomery said today that it's not going to be anything severe. They believe it could be something like a week to 10 days. But Joey said he was in high spirits. Jordan Kyrou was. So that's a very positive sign considering what that injury looked like when he went down last night. But you're without Kyrou. You're without Snuggerud. You're without 2 identity players on the 4th line in terms of Toropchenko and Nathan Walker. Matt Luff and Kaskamaki played a combined 16 minutes tonight. And this is a back-to-back where your guys have played a lot of hockey. Philip Broberg played north of 23 minutes tonight after playing north of 23 minutes last night. Robert Thomas, 19 minutes after playing 18 minutes last night. Like, this was one of those performances that you walk out of it and you say, even if we're not getting done what we think we should be getting done early in the season, this makes you believe that you've got more talent in your room than it seems early on in the season. What comes of it? I don't know. They haven't had a 3-game win streak yet this season. They're going to have to try and do that on Tuesday. But for right now, this felt like progress again. The biggest issue for the Blues has been progress has felt good, but then it gets stunted that third game. But now you've got both goaltenders back into the mindset that you needed them to. Before, Binnington had hit his struggles for a couple of times. And frankly, the team in front of him did. Joel Hofer was great. Joel Hofer wins. Jordan Binnington wins. My gut would say Joel Hofer gets the start on Tuesday against Boston. And then Binnington would get Thursday versus Nashville. And then Hofer the next game. That is the 1-to-1 ratio you move forward with. But look, without all of these offensive weapons like Kyrou and Snuggerud who can score off of transition, these are the types of games you're going to have to win. You're going to have to win tight, physical, net front presence battles. And when you do that, you'll be coming out on the other side of a win looking good compared to what they've been in the past. So we'll see what the Blues can do against Boston. They get their rematch as Boston, of course, beat them earlier on this road trip 5-2, a very physical team. And the Blues will put that to test on Tuesday night in St. Louis. And we'll have Puck Drop for you at 7 o'clock with the pregame skate beginning at 6 o'clock here on your home for the Blues 101 ESPN. A huge shout out once again to Graham Francis, who has done a great job helping us out on the broadcast side of things. I'm Alex Ferrario, and a big thank you to all of you for being with us as well over on our YouTube channel and listening in here on 101 ESPN. We'll talk Tuesday, 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock Puck Drop, Blues and Bruins, right here on your home for the St. Louis Blues 101